We're
Oh,
not
yeah,
at it.
there.
There we are.
Wow, you would not be. Go ahead, Shay.
We
We
have
are
had
late.
a comedy of errors that are not funny.
Oh no,
And
no,
so, but we
wow.
are here. We are
Mm.
Sharon or I'm or
She
Sharon
don't
or
know who you are.
Zare.
Neither I know who
I
I am.
know,
Oh
or
my goodness.
Imar or Craig, and we are taking the journey together.
Our engineer wasn't here, so we just like really had to wing this on our own. I think he was testing us
There's
to
a
see if we could do it.
somebody
Well,
has a
we got
comment
it.
up there.
We got
So,
it passed. No, that's a normal comment that
oh,
usually
okay.
comes
But,
whenever we're on live. So,
but
hey, what can I
yeah,
say?
that was just a little bit different. We were
Mm-hmm.
kind of sitting here waiting, not waiting, but sitting here on pins and needles, as they
Mm-hmm.
say, waiting to see what was going on. And it was like, okay, are the tempers going to flare? Are we going to do this? Is it going to be, but we worked through it.
Well, we got a
And
little hot. I mean, we'll talk about later on about compatibility and how
yes,
trust is very important. And if
yeah,
you don't, deepen that trust, when push come to shove and things happen to cause pressure, you find out to see if trust has been built or has been nurtured enough in a relationship where both people just don't blow up and they are able to easily flow in
uh-huh.
this together. So we did not know we'd be tested just right
Right
away.
off the bat.
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah. I
telling
mean,
you.
telling you that was just
Oh
right away
wow.
back.
It was
And I would say we didn't get an A. We did not get an A, but there certainly wasn't a D. What would you say where we're at?
I would give us about a C because we
About a
got the
C?
we got the job done.
Yeah, my voice got a
Um
little high.
it
You were like,
it
oh,
yeah,
and didn't quickly get to some
yeah.
information that I needed that you could have gave to me. So
I was trying.
yeah, you
It was
were.
it
Yeah.
was, I was
But it didn't flow as well as
it not
so
not
it was.
even
It just was
close.
a test
But yeah,
to let us know that trust is something that we have to deepen. It's very
yeah.
important that
And to say
you know
that we're not there yet,
no, you got to
but
watch what you
we're
say
never
because
going to get
sometimes
there.
you got to watch what you
Um
say because sometimes the universe, when you're trying to tell the truth about things, you're
mhm.
trying to spit out information, knowledge that is spiritual in its nature. If you may want to say that,
Yeah.
I do say that. Then you're going to get tested.
Oh,
You're going to get
absolutely.
tested.
But
See
oh, you don't expect to get tested like
that quick,
that,
but it usually
you
happens.
know.
It usually
but
happens
but
that
we
way.
did.
You
And
get tested that quick because usually life is saying that, especially because you spit it out to say it
uh-huh.
that way, is usually because of the fact that your ability to handle the test and makes it so that the test has to come to you. Just like you as a teacher, you usually have no problem giving that first test or testing that first test on someone that is very good at taking tests. Am I
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Because then you could test to see how well your test really is. Am I right?
Mhm.
So that happens, so we're not surprised.
Yeah.
We are trying to spit out those things that are something that we feel strongly people are to live by. So
Right.
why will we not have to live by that test
Exactly.
to see if it
And
really
when
works?
you say that, that brought to mind that just today,
Hmm.
um, I was reminded of something that I put out that the test came back around,
Hmm.
and some one of the students said that I had to read my story today, and another student who was just came through, Leilani, who just came through the classroom, she says, "Why do you have to read a story?" And this one student spoke up and said, "Because she told us when we first started that she would never give us an assignment that she wouldn't do herself." And so with this project, we told her that she'd have to do a project too. And
Mm.
so I had to do the project. I had to live up to that. I told
Hmm.
them this, and here was my test. And they got to grade me on it.
Oh wow.
So
Oh wow.
so yeah, and so that it happens. How do you pass the test?
Hmm.
Sometimes good and sometimes not so good.
Exactly,
you know.
exactly. So, hey, Oleg and Sarah, we want people right now to go share, like we usually say, go share your friends, share with your enemies, share with your mate, of course, and let them know that we're finally on the air
Yes.
from that end. Hey, you can
But you
also,
know what?
what's
We
that?
didn't do too bad. We were only like 4 or 5 minutes late.
Yeah,
So
yeah, you're
that, I
right.
mean, it could have been worse.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at the glass half full here.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't as bad as it could have been. 4 minutes, for the
A lifetime.
for the total snafu, you
Hmm.
know. Yeah, it was quite interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's talk about our motto, our the thing that we live by,
Strive
I
for,
guess
try
you
to
say.
strive for. Yeah.
Yes, we are going to relate. It doesn't matter what anyone says, we are going to relate.
Hmm.
At taking the journey together, we want people to relate in a balanced way. And what we mean by a balanced way is that you have a friend and a lover in the same person, and you grow that relationship to that point so that when um, you have to make decisions as to who to spend the rest of your life with, you don't have to follow in the path of, I can marry my friend but not my lover, or I can marry my lover but not my friend, because they're one in the same. Once you marry, you're marrying your friend and your lover. You don't have to make that choice, and then you have a balanced and healthy relationship.
Yes, exactly, exactly. Can you say it three more times? No,
I
I'm just joking.
can, but I
Just
won't.
joking. I'm
It'll never be the same anyway.
I think the compatibility side that we're speaking about, as we're talking about more today, we're going to try to finish up compatibility too. Is I know we went
Yes.
through what compatibility is,
Mhm.
that healthiness of finding things that are in common with one another and connecting with that, and how that with that it makes a very long lasting bond.
Yes.
We found out also today it also makes it easy when times are stressful and push come
Mhm.
to shove,
Like a
where
few
you
minutes ago.
exactly, and you really need to maybe rely on your own life with someone.
Yes.
Well, if trust has been built there before during the easy times, the relaxing times, then I'm talking about built,
Mhm.
deepened, probably is a better word,
Yes.
than doing those harder times, the tougher times.
If
It
trust is
flows
thriving.
exactly. It flows much better
Yeah.
from that end.
Yeah.
So that's very important. We certainly have found that out real quickly. And also compatibility is one of the good ways, as we talked about through our radio program. And by the way, on WRUU 107 point what?
5
Come to think of it, I'll put
at
it down at the bottom. Oh no, that's
at
not there. Where's it at?
at
Oh no,
nine
that's not.
o'clock in the
There it
morning.
is. Yeah,
9 o'clock on Saturday morning from
exactly,
9 to 10.
exactly.
WRUU.
Right in Savannah, Georgia. Of course, those who are watching this
Exactly.
back on Roku from other places, we know someone hopefully is watching all the way in Hawaii. Hopefully they are, because we know somebody in Hawaii. Hopefully we're going to be doing a event up in Hawaii too at the same time. But you can also watch this or go to the
Archives.
archives, or they can go to the online website and
Mhm.
on 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Saturday. They can
Yes.
also listen to our program then. But we were just talking about compatibility
Except nine
there.
o'clock Eastern time
Hmm.
is like 4 o'clock in the morning in
In
Hawaii.
Hawaii, yeah, it is.
Yes.
Ooh, might be not a
No,
hard
it's
thing to
I
do.
think it's even earlier than that.
It could be.
So they would have to catch us later.
Exactly. Catch you on the rebound.
Yeah.
But I was trying to say, you're gonna make me almost forget.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Yes,
Um,
I am.
how
Today.
the need for trust. I think that's what I was
Yes, we
saying.
were talking about trust.
And how it helps strengthen and bond your relationship,
Mhm.
and the fact that you could um, build that if you didn't get into a relationship on friendship, because you may got it the old fashioned way, which is we could be lovers, but we're not necessarily going to be friends, because
Right.
certainly friends
Right.
do thrive on the idea of trusting
Mhm.
one another. Otherwise,
Yeah.
they're not true friends. We're not talking about
Exactly.
associates. We're talking about true friends. So if you get into that relationship, the long-term relationship, the marriage, whatever you may want to say that you're in,
Mhm.
and you're under the old guys, the old kind of fashion way, if you may want to say it, where we're just here mostly as lovers, not necessarily as friends,
Right.
but you still can build that friendship. Compatibility,
Yeah.
again, is what we talked about, is that door to be able to build a friendship
Mhm.
or create a friendship. So
And how do you build that trust?
through
Being hot.
well, that's very true. Well, we know that, as I was talking about compatibility before you threw the
Mhm.
button
I'm
up.
sorry, I just happened to look over
Yeah,
at your
I
button
know.
and saw that and then thought, "We gotta get hot in there."
Yeah, well, we
Yeah.
will in a minute. The hot is just techniques that you would use
Yes.
in a
To build, yeah.
relationship, that you hope that if you are being open, honest,
Mhm.
and transparent, that hopefully if you use hot, I would say if you use hot as a basic principle, you should be able to find out if someone's compatible with you.
Mhm.
So if we
Yes.
want to talk about first things first,
Right.
use the hot principle to help you connect with someone to see if you're compatible.
Mhm.
And don't necessarily play the masquerade game when
Exactly.
you don't bring the best to the relationship. In this case,
Yes.
well, you do. You play
You
the best. It
you
may
bring
not
the
be who you
best,
really
but
are.
sometimes you bring the ugly too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, if you use the hot principle, then you're going to bring authentically who you are.
Exactly.
And so with that, and you could use that as a way to find compatibility between one another
Mhm.
from that end.
Yes. Yes.
And with those kinds of elements, or whatever you may want to call it, then they are definitely all part of that kit bag, or if you may want to
Yeah.
say, a friendship. What a way to
Mhm.
be able to build friendship that helps build that trust, because you use, as you said, very good, use hot,
Hot.
okay, to
Yes.
be able to build that friendship. And that's that first door to
Mhm.
hopefully move you into a compatible, or in this case, a
Yeah.
balanced relationship.
Yes.
Well, that's a mouthful. Come to think of it, right there.
That was.
You just kind of sprung it on me, because the radio program we were talking about, how do you build a friendship, since it's a
Mhm.
basis to a healthy compatible
Right.
relationship. But we never went to, well, what do you do to build or create that friendship, whether it's in a relationship
The
that is
trust.
already there?
Yeah.
How do you build that trust?
Yeah.
What technique do you do to build that compatibility?
Mhm.
So, or create that compatibility, or find that compatibility? Well, trust comes out of it. Well, hey, the principle called hot
Hot.
would be the way that you'll be able to find that out from there.
Exactly.
What do you think about that?
I I think you just hit it on the head, and with that mouthful that you just gave,
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the perfect explanation for it,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not going to touch that one because you
Mm.
did such a thorough job. Why go over it again?
Yeah. Well,
It sounds like a scapegoat answer,
no,
but
no, no.
seriously, that's the way I feel about it.
No, I wouldn't think of scapegoat. I think that as I created in my mind when you brought it up, the pieces that usually are kind
Mhm.
of moving pieces,
Yeah.
was easy to put. Well, which comes first, chicken or the egg? Where in this particular case, if you take the hot principle, which is something that you take as an individual, the other
Mhm.
individual may not do it, but that's something you could personally take.
Right.
Because in a relationship, when you're first starting and you're trying to connect, it first starts with you. And
Right.
so if you take
Right.
that with your own self, using the hot principle when you're relating to someone, you'll be able to find out if they are compatible with you.
Mhm.
One thing is for sure, you'll find out if they also believe in being hot too. Because if they're not,
Yes.
it's going to be hard for you to find compatibility
Yes.
between each other. It's going to be hard for you to see if you two really can be authentic friends too at the same time.
Mhm.
So I guess hot is at the basis of it all. And I'm also hold it up and then put up ours. Well, now that you
Oh,
got me to do
I'll
that,
hold it.
I'll click right here and say that's where you can get our button right there. We love to
Okay.
have you pick up
Why can't I get it right this time?
our button, open,
There
honest,
we
and
go.
transparent. $5, free shipping. Go to this particular address and pick one up. I think today or this Sunday, by the way, when we host for WRUU a program we're hosting with Hello Neighbor.
Hello neighbor.
Where's it at?
It's going to be at Holly Heights Park,
Mm-hmm.
which is, I don't have the address right here in
Well,
front of
later on
me
you can
right
give it
now,
to you.
but I'll get it in just a minute.
Over by SSU.
Yeah, Holly Heights Park. It's on East 58th, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And we're MC at that. And Unity and Community is going to also present the audio system for them as part of our donation. And we're going to really enjoy ourselves there. Those neighbors, neighborhoods are trying to get together
mhm.
and be more neighborly, because of COVID has caused everybody to go back on their homes, and no one really goes out, and they got a garden over there. So
Yeah.
I think it's going to be kind of exciting. Going to have music over there too at the same time, but you get me to say
Yeah.
something.
The address is 1760 East 58th Street from 11 to 6 p.m. That's 1760 East 58th Street from 11 to 6 p.m. on Sunday evening, Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
Well, start Sunday morning, but
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it goes to Sunday evening.
Yeah. And yeah, the one of the rain machines, or anyway monitoring applications, said that it might be raining that day. I hope not.
I hope not too.
I think the last time I looked, it said it was going to be maybe cloudy all day.
I like
Hopefully, it's
the
not going to be real too much
cloudy
sun
I
because
can
it's going to be rain.
handle.
Yeah.
Cloudy I can handle,
Hmm.
but no, not rain.
No.
That's a little
No.
bit and rain is good, but not when you're doing an outdoor event.
Exactly. Exactly. So we hope that it is going to be not too and that is going to be nice. We hope
Mhm.
that it's going to also be very, very comfortable. That everybody will come out of that neighborhood. I think
Yes.
there's more than one neighborhood too. I
It
don't
is.
have it.
It's several of them if you want me to mention
Yeah,
them.
there's several different neighborhoods that there. I know it's a very strong Afro American community over there,
It
and a lot of SSU
is
students over there. There's been a little bit of gentrification going on in the community too. But what's the different neighborhoods are coming?
the neighborhoods are give me a second cuz I'm trying to see. I thought they were on here. As I go back and I start looking,
You really
um
probably should have got the flyer because the flyer.
yes, which um the neighborhoods of LaRoche Park,
Hmm.
Spring Hill, Daffin Heights, uh, Wilmere, and Shirley Park.
So come represent your neighborhood.
Yes,
Enjoying the good family music that's going over there, family fun music. I think we have a
live
Clay
entertainment.
is coming there. Brother
Mm-hmm.
Clay used to be he's played on our stage on River
Mm-hmm.
Street. Also, the JD in the band is coming, the good R&B band. We also are having that one guy,
Bogus, King
Bogus, King
Bogus.
Bogus is coming there. Very,
Mm-hmm.
very astute young brother who was there
Um,
at the one at Inmark.
in market, yeah. Um, let's see who else is
There's
gonna be
another
there.
guy,
Royal Ethiopian
Mr.
Sound.
Royal Ethiopian,
Yeah, they're gonna
Ethiopia. How do I say it?
Royal Ethiopian.
Yeah, Opian. Yeah, he's going to be
Yeah,
doing the reggae sound for those other reggae brothers and sisters who want to listen to some good reggae. He'll be out there doing his thing.
and they're gonna have let's see, a DJ. I'm not sure who the DJ is gonna be, and
It might be DJ Triple G that might be out there
could
too.
be,
But
could
there's
be.
another young man named
Um,
DJ that's DJing.
yeah, and then I think we got. Oh, they're gonna have politicians out
Could
there
be speaking.
who are gonna be speaking.
Vendors are out there too.
Mm-hmm. And oh, the community history by Dr. Amir Torre.
Yes, your brother
Yes,
Jamal is coming out to speak. Now that yeah, I forgot about that. He was coming out to speak
yes.
and talk about the history of it. And
As
then
I'm
they're going to do
bouncing all around.
a trunk or treat out there. I think they're going to be a trunk or treat, so the kids can come out. And they're going to have some cars lined up supposedly with candy in it, so they
Mm-hmm.
can come in and get their teeth right. No, just come through and get some candy.
See, that would be the perfect place for a dentist to be
Get your
a
dentist
vendor.
out there.
Yeah.
Exactly. Get your dentist out there. So where did we leave last time? Because I'm trying to end compatibility and move. I'm not saying incompatibility in this relationship because it's a deep and need to
Yes.
always do in a relationship, especially in these times. Oh my
In
goodness.
in the topic
Yeah,
of
exactly. Exactly.
compatibility,
So what do
because we've
we?
been doing this for like 5 weeks, and
Yeah,
this is,
obviously
you
must be
know,
important.
it is, and at 5 weeks it's time to try to move on to something else,
Yeah.
because it's like anything else. You can hit it for just so long.
Yeah. What they say, beat a dead horse. I would
It's
not
the
say
I
the idea
see,
of a thriving
yeah.
relationship is a dead
That's
horse,
I
and
thought
then to be
about that
beating
one
it.
and I avoided it. I was like, no, that's why I said hit it for just so long.
Okay, okay,
Um,
okay.
we had gotten to you like making plans together.
Yes.
And so that's where we were. And so
What are we doing for what's the next holiday coming up? Not just the
Thanksgiving.
event. We're making plans for this event
Yeah,
this
we're
weekend, of
making
course.
plans for the
But for
event
Thanksgiving, are
for
you going to cook
Thanksgiving.
like you usually do? Make me dress. I mean, us dress up.
I would love for us to dress up and
Hmm.
have and do dinner and
I have to
everything.
wear the bow tie
Yes. Oh, you got the new
and the
bow
tux.
tie.
Exactly.
You got the new bow tie to wear
Exactly. I
too.
get to wear my tennis shoes.
Yes,
Oh
of
wow, I love it.
course.
I gotta make my. Do I need to cut my beard? I gotta keep my beard
No,
on.
your beard is great.
Okay, it's kind of
But,
dirty now, but okay.
yeah, but it'll be fine.
Okay, so
And
but
and
are we really? Are you really going to be doing your dinner thing like you usually do? I mean, you definitely do a heck of a dinner. Or are we going someplace? I thought we were going to
yeah, that's the thing.
someplace.
You want
Going,
us to go someplace.
I That's not even right, sister.
No, no, here's the thing. We've not
What?
decided
Okay. Well,
whether we're
no,
gonna go
you want us to go to Jacksonville, so let's
for
be
a
truthful
day.
about it.
But I only want us to do it
To
for a
check out
day.
a melon
The melanin
melon
market.
market, to go
Uh-huh.
down there, check some vendors, to go
Yeah.
on River Street,
Yeah.
that we do every third week of the month right here in Savannah, two at the same time
Yeah.
over at Soccer's Plaza. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We just had one last weekend, so we go
Yes.
different places to look for
For
vendors
vendors. Yeah.
to be part of our show too. And by the way, if you want to be part of our show, let's see if I can find that, so people, you can
Sure
go
you
right here,
can.
Unity Community. Use that telephone number. We love
912
to
four
have a
nine five
vendor
eight eight three
as
eight.
part of our event. We're doing it for the
Yes.
last 6 years, so we love to have you
And we
be
need
part
food
of that.
vendors as
Oh yeah,
well as,
soul food
oh
vendors.
gosh, if we had some
Oh
soul
yeah,
food
them
vendors.
people from all over the world, they would love if you had some soul food down there.
And so
I'm
would
telling you
we.
right now. Also, too, if someone was we could prepared to do breakfast down there, I tell you, breakfast would really do good
Yes.
down on River Street too. So them are just some suggestions, but
And we're getting
anyway,
to the point where hot drinks would be good, like
yeah, because
hot
it's kind of
chocolate and coffee
yeah.
and stuff like
Oh
that
yeah,
would
oh
be
yeah. So I'll
good.
put it up here again if you want. There's the website address where you can go to the application and check out your applications, or you can call us or text us and tell us what you're interested in doing or what you're doing, and we can help you out to make it happen on River
Yes.
Street. We got 2 more months to be down there to the end of this year before we start it again.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, December is a big time for people all over to come down there to do their thing,
Yep.
and pick up stuff before they go back home. But the melon market
In
in
Jacksonville
Jacksonville is going to
on
be cool.
the Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's going to be cool to
Yeah.
go
Or
down.
excuse me, is it the Friday after
I
Thanksgiving or
don't
the
remember.
Saturday after
It's you that's
Thanksgiving?
putting that
I
one
think
together.
it's the Friday after Thanksgiving.
So it we're stay down
Yes.
Jacksonville a little bit and kind of check things out. The ocean's down there, so we can check the
Yep.
ocean out because we haven't been to the beach for too long, have we?
Way too long.
Yeah,
Way too
yeah,
long.
yeah.
Which is
We've got
something
to
else that we enjoy
have
doing, but we
in
haven't
common
planned.
that we're
Yeah,
compatible with.
that's
We
what I said,
both
that we
like
haven't.
water.
Hmm.
We both like that. We're not even the same water. I'm not even a water sign. I think maybe you are. I'm
I
not so
am.
sure. I'm not, but I just love water. And that's
Yes.
something that's good cleansing
Oh, it
from that
is. It
end.
is.
Yeah.
And grounding also.
It is. It is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we gotta make
Hmm.
sure we do that.
Yeah. So we
Um.
got to get the plans for Thanksgiving lined up. You know
Hmm.
me, I love to cook, but if we're on the road, I can't cook.
Yeah.
So,
We find something.
yeah, we'll
We'll
figure it
find
out.
like Boston Market. They
Oh,
don't have that anymore.
how about, I'm
Hey,
glad.
there's brothers like me who love
Yeah.
Boston Market during holidays, especially turkey
Yeah.
holidays. We could go there and they lay out a good, what they call it, comfort food dinner. And we
Hmm.
may not have a woman around, or we want a full woman, but it would be a heck of a dinner. Everything that comes along with it.
Yeah.
I think at the end, because I don't think Boston Market is around in this marketplace
I don't
anymore.
think it's down here. I think they may still be around, but
In Kansas City, Missouri, where I
yeah,
stayed, it was up there.
in Denver they were there
Mm.
too.
I remember
So
they added cornbread. That was like,
did they
oh
really?
yeah, I remember they added cornbread. They better, there's enough customers with black folks, so they had to add some cornbread. What you talking about?
I don't know. I never.
Yeah, I know you're too
Yeah.
good for that. You're too good.
No, I just cooked.
There you go, too good for it. But so we talk about compatibility. What's our next thing on compatibility?
After making plans,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Making
having
plans.
a great sense of humor.
Mm-mm-mm. Great sense of humor.
Yes.
Laughter is like medicine to the soul.
Oh yeah.
Don't do enough
And they
laughter.
say that
Many of
laughter.
us don't
I
do enough
know. I
laughter.
know. And they say
No.
that laughter makes you young,
Yeah,
keeps your
yeah,
heart pumping.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So why don't you laugh more then?
I
And,
do.
you laugh a lot. Well, put it like this: you have me be most of the time the entertainer or the jokester to you, and then you laugh. But you
Because
don't laugh as much. But even though you try to joke and you joke,
here's the thing. I have sort of a. I love to laugh,
but you don't
but
like to joke much. You love to laugh at
when
my
I
jokes.
joke, it comes off kind of like a
I
dry
tell,
sense of
well,
humor,
yeah.
and
Keep your day job as a
most
teacher.
people don't get it.
Yeah,
You
keep
know,
your days.
my kids get it, but
They just do that for you.
well, at least, well, they humor me.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly, exactly.
But yeah, I come up with
Well,
sort of a dry sense
you
of humor.
you could take your jokester side from me because I like to joke and laugh. I
Yeah,
was
so
a
I laugh
I
when
was a,
you do
I was a
silly
class
stuff.
clown, but
I never
you could
was.
take some of my punchlines from me
And go
and
ba-dum
and,
bum.
and do your own punchlines. That's what I'm talking about from that end. That's how
Okay.
you can learn from me, man. You mean I'm here for you to learn from. I mean, I learn from you, right?
Yes.
So this is, this is giving back from that
Okay.
particular. That's what it is. That's what the relationship of taking the journey
Yes.
is
Give
about.
and take.
Sharing with one another.
Yes.
So part of that humor is look at some of the things that I do humorous, which I can be humorous. Not
Mm-hmm.
people, many people know that, but I can be. Then you can take that with you and do some laughter stuff back with me, and I'll just grade you. Okay, that's funny. No, that's not.
Not
That's
funny.
funny.
Sort of.
Exactly. Yeah.
Give you
Yeah.
a C minus on that one. You know.
Humor can ease stress in a relationship.
Hmm.
Okay. How many times do we need our stress to be what? Oh
Relieved.
man, I'm
Oh
telling you.
gosh, every day at least once.
Especially today. I mean, the way
Yeah.
things. I got the pressures of. Make sure you guys vote. Come on, just I know some of you early voted, but don't forget next week. I think it is you can go actually to the polls,
The
or the
week
week
after
after that. You can go
next.
to the polls and vote.
Yeah.
Make sure this is important voting time. Important voting time in this country. So get out and vote. Get yourself out and vote. Too late to register now, but get out and vote from there. And I think this in Georgia, there was about 1 million people who early voted, the most that's
Yeah.
ever been
Yeah.
in history of Georgia from that end. So make sure you get out and vote. It's a
And you
very
have
important
11
thing.
days to the polls.
Yep, yep,
11 days.
exactly. So laughter, it helps ease stress, and then you have to be able to laugh often.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really think about it. It
Yes.
suggests you have many things in common. It actually suggests that you have many things in common. I never thought about laughter and jokes is another way of seeing what you have in common.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's bad for you because if you make a joke if someone's not laughing, that ain't common enough. And that's why I don't see it's funny. Dry humor usually means it's dry. No
Exactly.
one else gets it whatsoever because
Yeah,
they're trying to get
but
wet.
but sometimes people get it. It's just a matter of you see things a little bit different. And I will admit, I see things a little bit different. I see things I can find funny in things that aren't really funny, but I
Hmm.
can find funny in it
Yeah.
and laugh
Look at
hard
I'm already
about
gonna
it
like
all by myself.
uh,
Okay.
You
I
find
can
something common.
yes.
That's what's important.
Yes.
You got to be able to laugh together
Yes.
and not just laugh by yourself.
Right.
That's what's
I know.
important. So
And that was
that's
that was
important.
just that was me being silly. See, dry
Exactly.
sense of humor. He
Yeah,
didn't get
exactly.
it.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. It becomes easy to
I'm just
brush
making
off
that up.
anger.
Yeah.
It's easy to brush off
Yes.
anger.
Yes.
And then in the attention also, how can I say it? It gets along with both are many times
Yeah.
sarcastic.
And
Your sarcasm, are you being sarcastic? You don't as much as you do at school with the kids, because I think
mhm.
you're concerned that the kids get you. I'm pretty sure because I've been in your classroom after the classroom, not necessarily, but it's important for me to get you when it comes to humor. So that smile, because you got a very pretty smile when you
Oh,
smile.
thank you.
So the smile is important after the punchline.
Yeah.
Okay. So dry humor usually is there's no smile after. There's no
Yeah.
facial gesture that lets you know that the other person know that you even thought it was funny.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only one that gets away with it halfway decent, but at least he still tries to, is guess who?
Who?
Because I listened to him yesterday.
Who?
You listened to him yesterday too.
Who did I listen to
The one that
yesterday?
says I'm rich, but I'm not going to say
Oh.
it. Who is it?
uh yeah. Chappelle.
Chappelle.
Yeah.
Now Chappelle is very good at his punchlines, and he doesn't really put a lot of laughter behind it. He kind of has it dry, but his facial looks still has some kind of
Yeah.
smile, if not more of a smirk.
Or
And then
or or
what's that?
some kind of facial expression.
Exactly. And when it's really funny, then he has to laugh.
That's like a student told me the other day,
Hmm.
and I guess it has to do with the
Hmm.
sarcasm and things. What
Hmm.
the and she started laughing and she says, Your facial expressions should become a meme." She said people would love your facial expressions as a meme because they're so funny. Because she was sitting there just cracking up laughing, and I'm like,
Was you making a joke? And that's why she just looked at your face and wanted to laugh at your face.
I said I said no, somebody did something in the classroom,
Uh-huh.
and my expression was like it was kind of an incredulous type of
Okay, you said a big
expression.
word. Most of us out here in this landing, these teachers don't know what
It's
incredulous means. Tell
it's
us.
I don't believe you actually did that
Oh, okay.
type of expression,
Okay.
and or said that or
Okay.
whatever it was. And it was just one
Did
of
you see
those.
my facial expression? Was that too? I can't believe that you actually said that word and then said that. Okay.
Okay.
so okay, then continue on with the story.
Well, that was about it.
That about it?
And then I looked at her and I'm like, you just told me I was a meme. And so,
Mm-hmm.
and so it was, I'm like,
You
no.
should have told her, take a picture that might last longer.
Take a picture. She might turn it into a meme.
Yeah,
How
well,
about not?
exactly. Wow, that's strange, real strange. Hey, do we got any questions up there? Let me go check in here. Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Private. Oh, wow. Someone keeps on trying to come into our area and sell their stuff.
themselves.
Exactly, or what they're involved with. All I can say is we got to be
About
pretty
no.
good for them to do that. But no, we're not trying to do that. So we're going to have to block you.
Yeah,
Even though I get what we're talking about is something that moves people, no doubt about it. And it's entertaining enough because we like to be entertaining enough to have you at least listen in such a way that
yes.
you may want to do some dating stuff. But at this time,
But
we're not trying
yeah,
to go down that road, really.
no.
No, no.
And the 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 name just
What?
sounds counterproductive to the
Counterproductive? What
relationships
did it
we're talking
say?
about.
Oh, sex and different biz, something like that.
No, it's
What? I don't remember. I just blocked it. I didn't pay
okay.
much attention.
We'll talk about it later because I don't want to
Okay,
promote it right
okay.
now.
Well, okay. It's not humorous then.
No, it's not humorous.
Well, you can talk silly in about anything in lengths as long as you want and relish it. I think that's
Yes.
important. Many times at the beginning of the relationship, when you were trying to be, you're close, especially if you're friends, you
Mhm.
did a lot of silly ha ha stuff and
Yes.
you laughed and you thought it was silly as can be. You
Mhm.
didn't think too much about it, what the other person thought. As the relationship goes on, if
Right.
you don't try and keep building trust and sticking to that compatibility, then it loses. Like for instance, something comes to my mind when we first did our a lot of time together building our friendship,
Mhm.
or at least exploring that. I remember we used to watch cartoons.
Yes, that was so much fun.
Yeah, we
And
had laughter watching cartoons, some of the silly
yeah.
cartoons, and enjoyed doing that. It was something that
Mhm.
was compatible between
Right.
one another, and we don't
And
do that much
we
anymore.
watched the old
What's that?
In Living Color too.
Oh yeah, I love that. Oh, Living
Yes.
in Color. That was,
Yes.
yeah, that was a heck of a show. But we don't do
Oh,
much
by
of
the
that
way,
anymore.
remember they're having a
What?
uh, uh, all day binge-a-thon
On Living
for
Color?
no. There's just something else because it was around the same time
Uh huh.
of A Different World,
Oh,
celebrating
I
their
heard. Yeah, I
anniversary
heard about.
tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, is this tomorrow?
It's no, it's
Oh,
Saturday.
Saturday. Okay,
Yes.
so if we're not doing, I wonder what channel that's on. For those who don't
Um,
know what was it called again?
it's A Different
A Different
World
World. If you know, that was about some black students and their
at a
lifestyle at
HBCU.
HBO College. So if you remember that, Kadifa and I forgot the other one that was on it. Queen Latifah was on it,
Yes,
and the
Kadeem
other two brothers.
Hardison, Jasmine Guy.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So make sure you go to that, watch it, since it's a binge. And I don't know why, since we still have black colleges, why they haven't continued that on in
right,
another way, which
exactly.
would have been real nice from that end.
I think so too.
Well,
I think
maybe they
so
might
too.
try and bring it back. I don't know from that, but I used to like to watch that show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I I used to make my children watch it.
Ah, you did. You just
Yeah.
made them.
This is where you're going when you grow up. This is going to be your lifestyle.
Oh, wow.
No, I
Wow.
really didn't do that, but it was a fun show.
Compatibility. Share our sense of humor. Okay. Share responsibilities. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Share responsibility. Okay. I don't do dishes.
At all.
No, I don't. Couples should try to share tasks together, small and big. I am guilty of that task I don't want to do at all, and is dishes. I don't, which is why I got us a dishwasher. Don't do any good because you're one of those people that rinse it out, clean it in the sink, and then you put it in the dishwasher. What you
That's
need a dishwasher for if you're cleaning it at the ahead
okay.
of time,
There are
sis? It don't make
there
no
are two
don't make no
reasons.
sense to me.
There are two reasons.
What's that?
One, I used to do that
Mm-hmm.
because the dishwasher was really not that good. And then we got the
Yeah.
other dishwasher,
Mm-hmm.
but the pipes to the sink are not that good. They
Mm-hmm.
clog up all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't want all that food going through them. that is
Mm,
washing off the plates and things,
hmm.
because when I clean it off, it goes into
Well,
the
there's a
strainer and
filter
then I
that's supposed
dump
to
it.
be at the bottom before it goes from there.
Yeah.
That's what's supposed to
I
be
don't
there.
want any excuse for those pipes clogging.
Well, that I still have to unclog them, so I don't know why you're
No, you
saying that.
don't, because I put the stuff into the. It goes into
That little
a
dish. But
strainer.
I'm saying the dishwasher has the new one we have
I
has
know.
a filter in it already, so you can use it. You just have to remember to go to the filter to clean the food out. And most people don't do that. That's what happens.
Right.
But let me give you the reason why I don't like doing dishes.
Okay.
Why do you do that?
I was waiting.
Do you know?
No, I was getting ready to say something stupid, and then I
What was
decided
that? Well, make a joke.
I'm not gonna make a
Well,
joke. I am
is it,
not
is
gonna
it
make
so it's a dry joke
it.
that's not funny? I won't laugh at it.
It was a joke that should have been in my head and stayed there, and that's where it's gonna stay.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Then I ain't gonna ask for anything more.
Don't.
But anyway, what I was gonna say was, when I was about 2 or 3 years old, I was washing dishes.
Oh,
I was you had to stand on a step stool, and I started doing
at
dishes.
3 years
No,
old?
no, no. Excuse me. I'm sorry. At about 6 or 7 years old,
Okay.
I started doing dishes. Even that for me was too young doing dishes. Six
Yeah,
or
I
seven years
agree.
old. And the reason why I know is because my mom kept a picture of me squirming like this with my hands looking like this, and you could see the dishes old fashioned in the tub in the sink because we were
Oh,
poor as church
wow.
mice or whatever. And I was washing dishes, and I hated going to that scary kitchen, and I hated doing
Kitchen was
dishes too at the same time. You put it together, it was a PS. What is it called?
PTSD.
PTS moment for me. Moment
Wow.
that made me totally hate doing dishes in the kitchen. Period. I never liked it
Oh
at
my.
all. So I had to wash them and then rinse them out and put them in, what do you call those old things?
The
The
drainer.
drainer. And that whole process was just, and then left alone in this kitchen that to me was
Why
scary
wasn't
as can
somebody
be.
helping you?
That's not how my mom rolled when it came to doing your duties like dishes. You did them all by yourself. That's how.
That should have been
Whether it
your.
was big pans, small pans, whether it was crusty with a whole bunch of Italian sauce in it or whatever, you had to do those shots and had to suffer it.
That
So
should have
yeah,
been your brother's job.
is my brother washing dishes keeper?
No, but it should have been his job because he was older.
I don't know what that was all about. He did dishes too.
Oh, I thought you said it was your duty. So
It
never
was my
mind.
duty too.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, so it rotated.
However she did it, I don't
Okay,
know. I didn't keep track of it. I
I
didn't like doing
got
it in
you.
the first place.
I got you. I
So
I thought at first it was your everyday
no, it was
duty.
enough duties that I didn't like doing it.
I can
And
understand that.
so I grew up like, nah, I'm not doing dishes. Even though, I lived by myself many times and did dishes. When I was
Hmm.
married the first time, I did dishes a couple of times, no doubt about it. But, then we started the cycle with the kids, started washing dishes and learned how to do dishes. And then dishwashers came into existence. And still, I don't understand why people wash dishes and then put them in the dishwasher. I still don't get that. I really don't.
Well, you don't
Maybe
wash
some
them,
of you
you
guys out
rinse
there
them.
might get that and help me out in that matter. Or why does that happen? Why would you wash dishes and
Yeah.
clean them and then put them in the
They're
dishwasher?
not
I
they're
don't
not
never get
being
it.
washed, they're being rinsed. The extra
But
heavy
that's what the
big
dishwasher
stuff.
does. It rinses the food out. What you're doing is rinsing it
Okay,
with
but
with, with certain solutions on
here's
it to make it
yes,
fall
but
off.
here's the other thing. If it doesn't go down the drain,
Hmm.
you're gonna have to get down on your knees and reach back in there and clean it all out of the bottom. And I about not.
Well, you're right, but
Say,
that's how that.
mm-mm. Yeah. So it comes down to one of these things where
Hmm.
the person doing the dishes has to have their way of doing it that they're comfortable with.
Hmm.
I know a lot of people that have no problem with getting down there and cleaning it all out.
And see, what I was
I'm
talking
not
about the
that
first time.
person. No, that was just something else that I thought about. I'm
Hmm.
not that person.
Hmm.
Because that's just
Just not you.
no. I've got short arms, and so
Well, short people don't have nobody anyway. At least that's what the song said. Nobody to love and nobody to do dishes for
people
any
got
and do the dishes for them either. You got little bitty hands and
little
little
hands
bitty
and
feet.
little arms and little
Exactly.
legs.
And you're a little bit of food with nothing to eat. No, I'm stop. I'm gonna stop. But yeah, yeah. Wow, wow.
Yeah.
Responsibilities. We share responsibilities sometimes. Trash. I usually
Mhm.
take it out, but you've taken it out many times,
Oh,
especially in the
yeah.
morning. Sometimes
Yeah,
you took it
in
out.
the mornings, I will,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm leaving and we got caught up in something and didn't get it done, I'll
Mm-hmm.
drag it down to the end and say, like, "Okay, the trash is out." I remember once that you got
Mm-hmm.
upset because I took the trash out and you were like, "What's everybody gonna think you taking the trash out?" And I'm like, "They're gonna think I took the trash out," you
Yeah,
know?
it was the ego thing at the
Yeah.
time. I was thinking, man, these people in the neighborhood can see you taking out the trash early in the morning, and knowing that I'm here as a man, it should be a man's role. But when it comes to at least in a balanced
Yeah.
relationship, roles can be shared, and roles don't have to be stuck to one thing unless you
Right.
wanted to, and sometimes they have to be supple to be
Mhm.
moved because something else has came up.
And that's the thing. I guess because I grew up
Mm-hmm.
in a house of females, there were no male roles.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the my mother took the trash down every Tuesday and Thursday, Tuesday
Mm-hmm.
and Friday or something like that. She took the trash down.
Mm-hmm.
And when I came home from school, I brought the trash back up. Well, partly I brought the trash back up because I conned my grandmother into paying me a
Mm-hmm.
dime every day. I brought the empty trash can back up to the
Mm-hmm.
house.
Oh
And
wow.
so it was my job, and I mean honest job, not my duty. It was my job to
Exactly.
bring
You
that.
weren't too honest about it, but okay.
Now I was honest about it.
Yeah, that's how you got that money.
No, I asked. I said, "I'll do it for 10 cents a day," and she said, "Okay."
Oh, okay.
So I was like,
Okay.
"Okay."
Okay.
But it was, but as I got to be an adult and
Oh,
I thought about
you
it,
prices had to raise, right?
no,
Cost of living got more.
no, because I thought about it and I'm like, I'm bringing an empty trash can from
Hmm.
the alley up to the house
Hmm.
for 10 cents a day. That's 20 cents a week.
Hmm.
And my mother is taking the heavy trash can filled with trash down to the alley for free.
Hmm.
I'm like, that's not fair.
So you asked for $1,
I did I
and you
didn't.
split half with your mom.
I didn't.
Okay.
I just yeah, I let it go.
Oh, you let it
I
go.
let it
Well,
go.
that was nice of you. Share
I was only like
responsibilities.
16. But anyway, I'm
Hmm.
joking.
Hmm. Hmm. When you and your beloved support each other in every day possible way,
Mhm.
it indicates that you can, be together for 5 years or
Yes.
many
Yeah.
years.
Here's a responsibility we
What?
share. I cook, you eat.
I don't think many people out here heard that, really thought that as being a shared responsibility. And the way you said it, it did not even sound that way.
Oh, okay. See,
And
that's why I
you
don't
did.
tell jokes.
And
So
that was a
that
joke.
was a joke.
How was that a joke?
That was a joke.
There was nothing jokey about that at all.
Okay,
I
see.
would bet if anybody who's watching and truly thought that was a joke, I would want you to put that in our text comment, and I'm gonna give you $1,000. $1,000 if you put that in our comments and say you thought what she said was a joke right now. Of course, you're not gonna do it, and I'm not gonna give you $1,000 because you know it wasn't a joke. And then if you did do it, I tell you I was joking. so
Okay, never mind.
so anyway, back to this thing
Yes.
that you make it seem like I was a freeloader when it comes to eating food. You
No.
do the food, and then I just eat it.
Oh, I eat it too.
Yeah,
I
but you
cook
know what I'm
because
talking
it's
about.
fun for me.
Oh, oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was therapy too.
Yes,
And
definitely.
I eat it
And
because the food's good.
and it allows me to go into my quiet space to
Mm-hmm.
wind down from all the loud space from work and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was a joke because we got to eat,
Oh yeah, it's
you
still
know.
very very good food. I mean,
Well,
what
thank
you
you.
cook is very good. I've been eating enough of your well good home cooking that sometimes when we go out to fast foods after eat it,
We don't do fast food,
ooh,
but yeah.
we have a couple of times we
Oh
have,
yeah, okay.
and we don't feel good after that. Now do we?
Mm-mm.
Feel
Mm-mm.
very uncomfortable. That food sits in your stomach for a long time. You haven't ate that much, but you feel full in not a comfortable way at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
From then, so you could tell that that food that you ate is not nourishing. I know they say some fast food is made in such a way where it's made to not deteriorate or actually digest in your body. It's actually made to be preserved for days, if not weeks, because
Okay.
they never know we're sitting around. And I think at the same time, they do it purposely because they basically want you to feel the product for a certain period of time so you can what?
come back.
Come back. Yeah.
You just ruined it for me because I was going to suggest we go grab something when we leave, when we get
Won't
done
be a
with
fast
this.
food. Might be Taco Bell. No, I'm just joking.
Oh no, I can't do Taco Bell. But anyway, we're running out of time, so let's go ahead so we can.
It's 6:51. He says
We
at 7 minutes.
yeah, that's what I said. Let's go ahead
It's
and
7 minutes from here. 7 from 7.
what?
It says at 57 we got to start. We
Yeah.
got to give them 7 minutes left before the show's over. So 60 from 70 is what, 53?
What are you talking about?
We got to give them 7 minutes, and then the we'll call it's got to cut off.
I know. That's what I'm saying. So we have
Oh well, go ahead.
we have 7 minutes to finish up.
Oh well, hurry up, then keep going. We don't have 7 minutes here because the time is 6:51. So
Yeah. If we go to 6:58,
that would go. Okay, go ahead.
Yes. Okay. So let's talk about frequently asked questions.
Frequently asked questions.
Can a relationship work if I'm not compatible with my partner?
Never.
At least not on Tuesdays.
Yeah, well, you have to create one and build one. Use
Yes.
trust, use the hot principle. There you go.
Yeah.
Answer the question. Move on.
Okay.
Next
What
question.
are some compatible? Easy for me to say.
Mm-hmm.
What are some compatibility issues in relationships?
Ooh, money.
Oh.
Match, censor, and humor.
Okay, we've talked
Dry
about the
and
sense
wet.
of
Yeah,
humor.
exactly.
Okay.
Different ideas of relaxation and fun. That could be one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to sit and play video games all day.
I
And
want to
you're
go
like,
bowling.
what? Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
that happens a lot in a lot
Yeah.
of relationships.
Let's go and hang out with the friends.
Mm-hmm,
Let's stay home and not.
Oh,
Yeah.
How about this one? You ready? The similar sex drive.
Ooh.
I want to swing off the chandelier and see if you can catch me on the third
Ooh.
twirl. And he says, no.
Second
No.
twirl?
No. No. He said no.
No swinging at all. So boring.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
different sex drives. Usually, I only did because the traditional and stereotype is usually the man is the one that's the driver in that particular place.
Yes.
And the woman is the other way, especially when it gets older. That happens. That's not necessarily true. I know when I worked doing computer work inside of old folks' home, when all bets are off. From what I hear, a lot of those old women are running around and connecting to more than one man. And they tell me about the certain ones that were doing it when I was doing computer work in the old folks home.
Yeah.
And I looked at that particular woman like, I better stop looking at her because I can't believe this. And she might be after me next.
She'll be running after you.
Oh yeah.
Come on, honey.
So,
Come on.
so on that note, some of the things that we think were so cool, some of the things that we use different masks between one another now, when you get to that age and get an old folks home, all bets are off, folks.
Mask will be gone.
Yeah, mask will be gone. And if you in with Alzheimer's, all bets are off.
Seriously off.
Oh
yes.
yeah, definitely.
Can incompatible couples become compatible?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what we're talking about. That hot principle, and using those kind of ways of being able to do that. Yeah. Accept, respect, right? Our differences. Focus on what?
Meaningful communication.
Exactly. Find what?
Similarities and celebrate them.
And again, hot could have you do that.
Yes.
Stay. What's the most important one?
Open-minded.
Stay open-minded.
Don't
be stuck in
judgmental.
I would say don't be stuck in your way.
That too.
Because people who are judgmental usually are stuck in the way.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now you can prejudge things, but judging is
before
but
if you prejudge something, you at least need to be willing to open your mind
exactly
to the possibility that you're wrong.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Those saying, do you want to be right or do you want a relationship? Many people just want to be right. They don't necessarily want a relationship.
Right.
And they'll lose one too.
Yeah.
If you're about always trying to be right. Compatibility and understanding are important pillars that build the foundation of a strong and long-lasting relationship. It is important that despite having unique personalities, right, you have shared interests with your partner and also make each other compatible. No, comfortable is the word in this case, in their own skin, meaning help them become authentic. I believe that your spiritual roots that you connect with who you really are as a spiritual being is where your authenticity will come and always have you flow through and out. And it doesn't mean anything to being perfect. It means you being able to have the ability to show balance and present balance in your life and to those who you share and have that love with. However, it's vital that togetherness is a mutual feeling
yes,
and not one-sided or forced.
Right.
Ooh, that could
You
be
yeah, you
uncomfortable.
can't force compatibility on somebody. You're
Yeah.
either on that same page or you're not. And I have even seen people who
Hmm.
have faked it, you know.
Hmm.
Uh, you like horror movies? Oh, I love horror movies. Let's go to
Hmm.
some horror movies. But they hate them.
Yep.
They're not comfortable in them.
Hmm.
It goes against their grain,
Hmm.
but they'll
Hmm.
do it because that shows that we're
And how
compatible.
about this? A lot of women sit down and watch sports, for or nothing like sports, but
Exactly.
they'll do that just to make him
Right.
feel good. They don't
Mhm.
like sports whatsoever. And in that guy, when it comes to them watching the Food Channel, no, I ain't never doing that.
Yeah.
I ain't never feeling that. So you can tell that incompatibility there,
Exactly.
and one is feeling forced or feeling one
Mhm.
side to be able to do that.
Because eventually you'll get tired of that.
Exactly. Someone will.
Yeah.
Someone definitely, either
Exactly.
he be tired of you faking it because he feels it,
Mhm.
or you get tired of him because of the fact that you don't particularly what he's watching
Right.
from that end. Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's 57. Engineer is here. We got to go ahead and give it over to him. We want to thank you for living, living too, and paying attention to us today. Hey, we were glad to see you again
And
on
thank you
another
for
different topic too. Make sure you see us this weekend, Sunday, at where?
at Holly Heights Park
in
from 11 to
Savannah, Georgia,
6.
from 11 to 6. Come up and say we listen to your show, shake our hands, so we know that we have good listeners out there. Thank you again. Go
And,
ahead, Mr. Engineer, take it away.
and thank you for bearing with us
Uh-oh, is he doing that?
while we were getting things together.
Okay, right
I'm
here. I'll
just
do it now. Hold on.
okay.
Like this. 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 Like this.